Good afternoon, everyone. Please, we have a few more seats available, so if you'd like to come and sit, you're welcome to. Don't want anyone to have to stand unless they have to. But welcome this afternoon. My name is Kelly Beam. I'm the Vice President of Membership for the Rutherford County Chamber of Commerce, and we're back here to talk trash. No, I'm kidding. I had to throw it out there, y'all. It was that thing. Sorry. Actually, we're talking transfer, and we're talking some great opportunities for our community here in Rutherford County. I am proud to be here along with so many of you who have been a part of this process to get this transfer station open after a little bit of time. We were here not too long ago breaking some ground. And it kind of felt weird coming here to break ground for a transfer station, but guess what? It means a lot to this community, and it means so much that we're back here today to celebrate, to talk about what this means for our community and surrounding areas. So as we get started this morning, I do want to just recognize a few folks, and then we'll have you come up, Bishop. I do want to say thank you to a lot of our elected officials that are here. We do have Caleb with Senator Blackburn's office. I want to thank him for being here. We have Lynn with Congressman Desjardins' office. I want to thank you for being here today. We also have many of our county commissioners, and if you all would just raise your hand, I would like to recognize our county commissioners. We put them all on the front row over here, so thank you. Our police, our sheriff's department, police department, fire department, we have a lot of representation from those groups, and I want to say thank you to them. So if you all would raise your hand kindly, I would like to recognize this wild bunch back here on the background too. Thank you. And then I have the privilege of having a lot of business people that are here today to learn about what's going on and why it's important for us to know about the transfer station. These are called our diplomats, and if you all would raise your hand, I kind of put them on the very back row. So thank you all for being here as well today. But as we get started, we are so grateful for the land that we have, and we are going to ask Bishop to come up and give the invocation today as we get started, because we are truly blessed to live in this community we live in. So Bishop, if you will.
Please bow your heads. Dear Heavenly Father, please bless us today as we step forward into a new path for the citizens of Rutherford County. Please bless all the men and women who choose this facility to conduct business. May they arrive home the same condition that they arrived in this station. Your will, not ours, be done. Amen.
Well, today I actually have the honor of introducing Steve Piercy. He's the Commissioner for District 2, and I'm going to ask Steve to come up and speak to you right now. So, Steve, come on up.
First of all, I'd like to welcome all of you to District 2. That's the district this has been built in. We are very proud of this building in District 2. Very proud. It has taken 3 mayors and 3 commissions to accomplish this building. It's been worked on a long time. The present commission and the present mayor has been the most effective on accomplishing this structure. They've done more work, more effort, had more commitment to this facility than I had seen yet. I've sat through 3 is the reason I know. 30 years ago, a landfill was started next door to us, and at that time, the monies that was offered was a huge deal for that commission. Today is the turning point that we have made after 30 years to right a wrong. This will keep us, hopefully, from ever continually burying the trash of Rutherford County residents in the ground next to our water source and in the town of Walter Hill. The Walter Hill people should be more proud of this than anyone. It's a turning point for their community. Mayor Carr has been very instrumental on this project. He's worked almost as hard as I have. I'm not going to give him all the credit. Almost as hard as I have. We've had help from Superintendent Greg Brooks and his department on our road. Our full commission has worked hard. Our property management committee, our purchasing committee, our public works committee. You just couldn't leave any of them out because it has been a joint effort of every elected official in this county. From the fire, the rescue, people having input on the design, what was needed for roads, just on and on. There's no end to the people that need to be thanked. And I'm not going to single out anybody else because I don't want to leave somebody else out. For me, this is a great deal for Rutherford County, and I hope it's as big for everybody as it is for me. I'm very appreciative in the commission's support. I think we spent the tax dollars well right here, and hopefully it will last us for years and years to come. We've been labeled that we did not have a Plan B several years ago, and this was developed for a Plan B. I'd like to see this Plan B moved up to A and start on a new Plan B to help divert trash out of landfills, which building can be built onto for a sort center. And I'd love to see that be the next step that this county moves forward to. I thank you for your time. Again, I want to welcome you to my district. I'm sorry we don't have lunch. I'm sorry.
It's my privilege to introduce Eddie McManus as the Area Vice President of Waste Management, or WM. WM, sorry, can't say that anymore. It's new, right?
Yes, that's right.
Okay, there you go.
Thank you so much. Good afternoon. Thanks for having us here. Plan A is right. I think you're right when you say that. I've had the privilege for working for this organization for over 30 years in many different places, and I'm pretty sure I haven't seen a transfer station quite this nice. So this is fantastic and very well done. Look, we have several of our team members here at WM that help us run this area of the state, and they're all here. I'd like to recognize a couple of them that were critical to the success of our partnership here with Rutherford County. Mayor Carr and the County Commission have done a fantastic job identifying the right thing to do here, and a couple of my team members were helpful in that journey with the county. So I'd like to introduce Don Gentilcore. He's our Director of Post-Collection Operations. I don't know where Don's at. He's in here somewhere. Yeah, there he is. Hey, Don. And I won't use your nickname that the mayor's given to you, but I think Don's been critical in that sense of helping us partner with the county's desires for this long-term relationship. And then Tom Brandon. Tom's was critical here for us in terms of relationship building with the county and has been here for a very long time. And I think what Tom's been able to do is allow the county staff and the commission and the folks that have helped us make this decision understand who we are as an organization here at WM. And Kelly said, you know, it's not waste management anymore. There's a reason for that. We've rebranded ourselves WM for a lot of good reasons. And you led me into that, Commissioner Piercy, around sustainability and waste diversion and recycling efforts. And it's who we are as an organization. What I would tell you that this transfer station represents more than just this infrastructure. It represents our desire to partner with this county for a long time to solve your problems that you have experienced over the years here in Rutherford County. I would tell you that our values and commitments as an organization, we've got about 65,000 employees across North America. We talk about this every day in our space, and that is about being the utmost integrity, be responsible to the environment, create sustainability plans for any company, county, or city that wants to have that in part of their long-term plans and create solutions for them. And so our desire here is to help do that with Rutherford County. And this is a fantastic facility to start that with. I would tell you, I'll wrap up by saying I'm excited. This county is going to thrive for the years ahead. We're looking forward to the partnership we're going to have with you guys. And I want to personally thank the mayor and the county commission for entrusting us in your partnership here. We've begun to show you a little bit of that over the last 4 or 5 months, and we're going to put it on full display here come July 1. So thank you for having me, and I look forward to working with each and every one of you here. Thank you.
Now I would like Bishop Wagner to come back up. He is your solid waste director, and he has some words to say as well today. So it's always a privilege to be here and meet with you. So glad to have you.
Hello, everyone. I'm Bishop Wagner. I am your solid waste director. Well, thank you. So, it seems like 100 years ago, and it seems like 15 minutes ago, that I met Mayor Joe Carr. He'd just taken office, and he was going around making rounds with his department heads. And we sat down at the bench outside the courthouse, and it was a nice day, kind of like it is right now. And he said, "Okay, I'm just asking all my department heads what their needs are for their department, so I can kind of hit the ground running here." I said, "Mayor, we need a solid waste transfer station, and we needed it 5 years ago." 6 months later, we had the design plans approved. And 22 months later, we have this facility you all are standing in right now. I have had a career of service to my solid waste management service has been shadowed by my construction service that I had. And a facility at 22 months of this magnitude with these many moving parts is frankly, there was some divine power involved in making sure that all of these things lined up the way that they did. And I truly believe that it was because we needed it. This is a need for our community, for us to have the opportunity to be able to control the destiny of the materials that are generated here within our community, so that we can maximize our ability to protect our environment by diverting as much as possible, and really by providing an environment that is more long-term beneficial toward the needs and the wishes of a growing county. Today, in case you were wondering why we're here on a Tuesday, June 17th is International Garbage Man Day. So, in the spirit of letting everybody shine that's in the room, I don't want you to raise your hand. If you're a garbage man, I want you to stand up and raise your hand. And garbage men can be women too. I have that conversation a lot. The reality is that we deal with something that everybody else wants to forget about. And in my opinion, I have never been more honored to have been involved in any profession, and have had the opportunity to meet men and women in this industry, private, public, from the smallest local haulers to the largest companies that move waste in North America. And I'm going to tell you, everybody has the same thing in mind, and that is making sure that we can continue to do this and continue to do it the right way. So I just wanted to wrap up by really offering my sincere thanks to each and every person, whether it was an elected official, whether it was a private company partners, whether it was department heads and departments that were involved in this that helped us as we got these things together. This county is really blessed with the assets that we have here in our ability to overcome some tremendous challenges like the construction of such a facility. And I'm in awe at the way that everybody comes together as a team here, and I couldn't be more proud to call myself a member of Rutherford County. Thank you all.
You want to introduce him?
That guy I was talking about earlier, he's sitting right here in front of me, and I want to tell you, I didn't know about him at first. I really didn't. A lot of guys that come up with strong positions tends to be not as much as as it actually is. I can say I've worked with him for, it seems like coming on 4 years now, isn't it? And a little less than 4 years. And he does what he says he's going to do. And he doesn't promise things that he isn't going to be able to do. And that's all you can ask for in a good leader and a friend. Mayor Carr.
I would have much preferred Kelly introduce me, but thank you, Bishop.
That's what you get for making me speak.
It's what I get. It's what I get for a lot of things. So I am going to take just a few minutes, if you don't mind, because while I stand here today before you as the mayor, there is nothing that Rutherford County has done that demonstrates the power of collaboration than this building right here. Nothing. And I really appreciate, Steve, your remarks about how far back this goes, because there was a vision before I became mayor. And so everything starts with vision. Indeed, the word says, a people without vision will perish. And you've heard me, the county commission has heard me say that many, many times, and it bears repeating. So I want to just thank the men and women long before I became mayor with the vision that this was a huge part in the county becoming solid waste independent. And so I want to thank and recognize by name the county commissioners that are here. Our chairman of the commission, Jeff Phillips, thank you, Jeff, for your leadership. Our chairman of the Public Safety Commission, Pettis Reed, thank you, Pettis. Joshua James, commissioner, thank you. Steve Pierce, obviously District 2, for which this resides, who started this vision many years ago. Our current chairman of the Public Works Committee, Anthony Johnson, thank you for being here, gentlemen. Is there any other commissioner here that I have overlooked? Because I do want to make sure you get recognized, because again, the mayor's office and the county commission demonstrate with the private sector just how important collaboration is and what it demonstrates. So this is a 12,500 square foot building. And if you will notice the attention, I'm kind of sort of glad it's raining, because it demonstrates the level of detail that went into planning this facility. If you'll notice, this facility is facing east. That's not an accident. That is because most of the weather systems in Middle Tennessee come from the west or the northwest. And so we knew we had to have it open. So that, what you're seeing, just the location and the orientation of this facility, is a demonstration of the detail as it relates to what went in planning, engineering, designing, and constructing this facility. It's a 12,500 square foot facility that can take in 2,000 tons of trash per day. Ladies and gentlemen, that is about 600,000 tons of trash per year. What that means is that this facility can handle every single ton of trash that's generated within Rutherford County. Currently, that's about 450,000 tons of solid waste. So this not only meets our current needs, it also meets our future needs. But the intent of this facility is not to bury trash. That is not the goal. Steve, it's still Plan B. Plan A is and always will be, how do we divert trash? Got to have my notes. How do we divert trash from the landfill? How do we compost? How do we recycle? How do we leverage technologies to ensure that we're not following the path of all other transfer stations where it's a single point solution where we're sending it to the landfill? And so that is what Plan A is. That has always been Plan A. But before we could get to Plan A, we have to take control of the solid waste generated in this county and the solid waste that is brought into this county. And that's what this transfer station does. It just doesn't turn a page. It starts a new book. And I'm very, very excited and proud of that. As a matter of fact, almost 3 years ago, I ran on this issue. This is, as Jeff will tell you, this is the issue I ran on. And I think we did the right thing. I know we did the right thing in constructing this, and I know it is because of what we see today. This was a budgeted $20 million project that the county and its partners brought in on time and under budget. It cost $17 million with a budget of 20. We saved the county $3 million. The county commission has a lot to be proud of, and I would like to for you to give them a hand for instrumenting that, because that's a big deal. That $3 million is taxpayer money that we're saving. And that's what this facility is designed to do. So I'm going to read a list. It's a long list, but I'm going to read a list of people that need to be recognized for their efforts. First of all, I want to thank the mayor's staff. That is Eric Hennessy, Lisa Kay, Rachel Lehue, and Carla Hill. They have worked tirelessly with me, putting up with a whole lot in my office to bring this to fruition. If you doubt me, ask them. They'll be glad to share with you the trials and tribulations of bringing this to fruition. I want to thank the city of Murfreesboro. And the reason I want to thank the city of Murfreesboro in particular is because their partnership with us and how we're going to move forward was demonstrated in the fact that they gave us a great deal of latitude in establishing a water and sewer line that was bored underneath Stones River so we could have access to water and sewer. That's a big deal. We don't have a transfer station without the cooperation of Shane McFarland, the City Council, Darren Gore, and the entire city of Murfreesboro. So I hope you're here today, but if you're not, please know that you're appreciated. Thank you very much. I want to thank KSA, or Klein Sweeney Architects. They designed this facility. They did a fantastic job. So Bart Klein and your crew, thank you very much for a wonderfully designed and architect and engineered facility. I want to thank SEC engineers. SEC, Mark, Matt, Jamie, they came to our rescue. And there's a little story here that I want to be brief in telling. We, the mayor's office and the Public Works Committee, if you'll remember, Commissioner, awarded the contract for the design and construction of this facility to a company out of North Carolina. That didn't work out too well. And I picked up the phone along with the commission members, and I called Mark at SEC. I said, Mark, we got ourselves a situation. And so we met and said, here's what we can do. And those guys worked overtime. I'm talking about overtime to get this building engineered and then working with KSA for the architectural design. I'm specifically talking about the site work. So a huge thanks to Mark and Jamie and Matt for the site work and the engineering that goes into this facility. Boyce Ballard Construction, they were the construction contractor for the actual forensic center, for the transfer station. That's the next project. For the transfer station, did an outstanding job. I had never worked with Boyce Ballard before, but they far exceeded our expectations. Again, on time, under budget. Moody's Excavation, Jamie and Jeff and Howard, you guys are great. From the jump, you guys answered every question, completely honest, very transparent. When we had a problem, they didn't wait for us to find out. They came to us and said, okay, here's the problem we have, here's the situation, but here's what we think the solution is to move forward. Thank you very much. And by the way, these guys that I'm mentioning are all local contractors. This is Rutherford County local contractors. So the talent is right here. Hawkins and Price Paving, I hope you're here. Thank you for the entrance and working with TDOT. Did a great job on the entrance and providing the turn lanes so we're safe at the entrance of Landfill Road and Jefferson Pike. Olvera Concrete, thank you very much. I was out here with them when they were pouring concrete, laying down rebar that thick. This is not a metal building, guys. This is a concrete building with a metal skin. And if you ever want a tornado room, Chris, if you want a tornado room, we've got one. This is it. We just need to close this in. SRM Ready Mix, again, another Rutherford County company providing the concrete. TTL Engineering Services, providing the engineering services to make this happen. Of course, WM and MBI, we wouldn't be here except for the fact that, and another little story, before I was ever even sworn in, I met with Rob and Tom up in Lebanon because, as you know, our good friends to the north were threatening to padlock the gate, and we needed an alternative solution, and we needed one quick. And so at that point, you guys have always demonstrated a willingness to work with this county the mayor's office, and the county commission, and we really appreciate it. And Don, I won't share the nickname yet, but just be aware. The Rutherford County Solid Waste Department, thank you, Bishop. The Rutherford County Highway Department, thank you, Greg. Thank you very much. Greg, a real quick story. So we let bid the reconstruction of the road because of the truck traffic. Those bids came in, depending on how you calculate it, anywhere from $8 to $13, $14 million. Jeff, if you'll remember, it blew our budget out of the water. We were at purchasing meeting, if you'll recall, and everybody just gasped. And then Greg, sitting there, goes, guys, I think I can do this a lot better at a fraction of the cost. And you know what? He did. So I want you to give Greg Brooks and his crew a great round of applause. See, that's what stepping up and seeing a problem and said, hey, I think I got a solution looks like. That's exactly what it looks like. So thank you for that. The Rutherford County Maintenance Department, Adam Dodd's crew, from the moment we broke ground, Adam Dodd and his crew were involved in the construction of this project to make sure it was brought in on time and on budget. That's what Adam Dodd does. The Rutherford County Planning and Engineering Department. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Doug. Wherever you are. I know I saw Mike here earlier. There's Mike. Thank you, Jared. Thank you, gentlemen, for all that you did. The Finance Department. I saw Michael Smith earlier. So there he is. So a real quick story. Nothing happens, and the commission will tell you, without Michael touching it in this county. He does a phenomenal job, and he made the finances work. And we had some challenges, and Michael said, you know what? There's nothing here that we can't solve. But we're going to do it according to the law. We're going to do it according to the edicts and the rules and the regulations of the Comptroller's office. And you know what? We did that, Michael, and that is a credit to you and your leadership and that department. So thank you very, very much. The Rutherford County IT Department. Where's Cody? Thank you, Cody. Thank you for getting us dialed into the rest of the world, because this facility sits in a bowl. And it has particular IT challenges that the rest of the county doesn't have to endure. Cody, of course, as always, like all the departments, has risen to the occasion. So thank you. And we're still working on some issues with scales and things like that. But we will open July 1, Cody. Is that not correct? Thank you. Rutherford County Codes Department, Tanya Bell. And I saw a minute ago Susan Allen with the RNA. Susan, where are you? There you are. So Susan, on behalf of all the citizens I believe that you represent in this county that have a heart for diversion and being environmentally responsible, I want to thank you for being engaged in this issue for years and years and years, certainly long before I became mayor. So thank you for what you've done on behalf of this county with no compensation and sometimes very little gratitude. But today, we want to recognize you and honor you for the leadership role that you took in this regard. So thank you very much. Finally, because I am done, finally, I am going to recognize and acknowledge my family. The building of this transfer station has not been without its trials and tribulations and drama. And my wife, Jenny, who may have already left, because I saw her standing over there a minute ago, and there she is, and my son, Joe Jr., they've had to put up a lot with me. And I just want you two to know how much I appreciate your love and your dedication and your putting up with me. But we're done with this, Jenny. You won't have to hear anything more about it, okay? But I want to thank everybody for being here. I want to thank all the haulers that are going to come to this facility. I want to thank WM. I want to thank MBI. This has set the standard for every other transfer station. Those aren't my words. Those are the words from Mr. McManus and Mr. Brannon and Mr. General Corps. They're the ones that are saying this is the standard for a transfer station in the rest of the United States. So I want to thank you for putting up with all of us. Congratulations, Rutherford County. Great job.
So a few things before we get done. Miss Lisa back here has a shirt for everyone to come and get. So come and pick up a shirt and wear that proudly because it's pretty cool. But we're going to cut a ribbon, and then we also have a little demonstration for you and a little christening of this tipping floor. So we're excited about that. I'm going to ask Bishop and the mayor. The mayor's going to come up and get the scissors, but you want to do the tip first? Okay, we'll do the scissors because it'll get loud.
I want the county commissioner,
Yep.
and I want the commissioners, and
County commissioners,
I want waste management,
WM,
and anybody else.
if you were recognized today as far as being a part on definitely the mayor's list, please join me. We're going to go to this side. This will be the backdrop, and then we'll get everybody set up. 1, 2, 3, cheers!